Would everyone please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening. My name is Nancy Hutchison, and I am the proud principal of Caruthersville High School. And it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the 2020 commencement ceremony. We are honored tonight to have faculty, staff, and community members here with us. Also in attendance are those that we hold in the highest regard: our parents, our grandparents, and other family members and loved ones who have spent the last 17 or 18 years mentoring, loving, guiding, and nurturing the young people seated before me. It is because of all of you that we are able to celebrate not only this accomplishment tonight, but all the other accomplishments to come. At this time, to my right, I have Ms. J.J. Bullington, Superintendent of Caruthersville Public Schools, and to my left, Mr. Lee Bethune, our Board President. Also in attendance on the field, we have our other board members: Vice President, Mr. Jimmy Lyons, Ms. Teresa Tyndall, Ms. Sandra Barnes, Ms. Donna Clark, Mr. Tom McCall. Also over there, I have Ms. St. Mary and Mr. Bradshaw. Would you please have a round of applause for these people? Teachers and other educators from other buildings, I have heard the word bizarre used to describe this year, and I'm not sure that bizarre even comes close. What I do know is that I have been surrounded, and your children have been surrounded with amazing educators. They have all gone above and beyond to make these last 2 months, as abnormal as they were, as normal as possible. My hat is off to you. Thank you very much. Parents, I've been where you are. I can look at you tonight and I know how proud you are of these young people, but there's that hint of sadness. You look at them and you see that hand that you held when they went to pre-K. I look at them and I see young men and women who will change the world. Now, my students, I don't know what to say to you. I look at you and I am beyond proud. The day that we put your composites in the window, was the day that the governor canceled school. And as great as that day was, my heart broke. I've never been in a situation like this. And even though in 10 years, when you come back for your reunion and you've accomplished all these wonderful and marvelous things, I can't give you back your last days. But I can tell you, good days are coming. Do y'all remember what an allegory is from English class? I was an English teacher for 18 years. And an allegory is when you take ordinary things and they stand for something else. So I want to give you an allegory tonight. I have a cup of water. I have a tea bag. Not much is happening, right? But if you leave it, no pressure, no heat, no anything different, your tea bag changes the water. This is for you. You all have the ability, the potential, the determination to change your circumstances. You are the ability to change the world. Again, I want to welcome everyone here tonight. I am so glad that we finally got to celebrate the accomplishments of these amazing people. At this time, Ms. Kelsey Stevens, Student Body President, will be sharing opening remarks.
Good evening, parents, friends, staff, and the students of the class of 2020. I'm Kelsey Stevens, the 2020 Student Body President. At this time, I would like to say a few words on behalf of the class of 2020. Dear God, we thank you for allowing us to make it this far in our educational career and having the opportunity to have our graduation at a time like this. Please watch over our class as we leave the halls of CHS and go our separate ways to further our education. Please keep your hand upon us and keep us safe and healthy throughout our lives. Please let us be successful and happy in our future. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Now, Ms. Clarissa Ibarra, our 2020 class president, will represent the class in welcoming you to our ceremony.
Good evening, friends, family, and staff. It is my pleasure to welcome you all on joining us on such a special night. We really appreciate your support during such difficult times, and we appreciate the time and effort that was put in for this beautiful ceremony. Thank you also to those watching us live. We greatly appreciate the support. Now I'd like to move forward and say a few words to my class. First off, I want to congratulate each and every one of you for making it this far. However, I do want to give a big shout out to my minorities for showing today's society that we can also do big things. It is such a bittersweet moment as we gather here for the last time. Our year was cut short, and it breaks my heart that we will never get to experience our last day of high school or a senior trip. We missed out on the best last memories of high school, and that is something we will never be able to experience. I do want to stand up here and talk about some of our best memories together as a class. Although our class was never the best at winning homecoming activities, those memories will last with us a lifetime. I will always remember winning tug-of-war, though, every single year. Or that one time we were at Powder Puff practice and we were running a play when all I remember everyone yelling because Jessica Mills had ran over Quan. Or how everyone at CHS was mad because of the fart spray. It was always anonymous of who sprayed it, but I was given permission to reveal that it was none other than Snoop. I will remember all the good and bad times we had as a class. I will remember all the class clowns, Micah, Snoop, Jamarion, Taylin, and especially Malik. There was never a dull moment with this class, and I was blessed to have met every single one of you. I will miss seeing y'all in the hallways. We will all be starting a new chapter in our lives, and I am excited to see what you all do next. Most of us have been together for more than 13 years. We have gone through many things together, and I am sure I can speak for everyone when I say high school has been an unforgettable journey. It has been a roller coaster ride with many ups and downs. From experiencing our many firsts, such as first loves, heartbreaks, first parties, first dances, etc. What many people fail to realize is the stress that is being put on all of us. Many of us have dealt with hard situations throughout our 4 years. We've experienced true disappointment, whether that being in school, sports, or life. Truth is, life will just continue to get tougher from here on out. But never let life get the best of you. You need to get the best out of life. More than anything, I want to wish everyone here the best of luck and to please be safe, as this world can be cruel. Always stay true to yourself and strive for greatness. And even though our class was always last at CHS, this class will forever and always will be number one in my heart. I love all of you and thank y'all for being my family. I will continue to pray for our class, for God to guide us, each and every single one of us, in the right path. May we all find true happiness and be filled with love. Thank you.
At this time, Miss St. Mary will come forward to present scholarships.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2020. I just want to say before I start handing out scholarships that I'm proud of each and every one of you, regardless of the journey that you choose. So with that, congratulations. The first scholarship I would like to give tonight, the Arkansas Northeastern College. ANC gives a scholarship every year to the top 10% of the class or any student who has received a 24 or higher on their ACT. They give an academic scholarship and then they give 2 technical scholarships. The 2 technical scholarships are students who have exhibited exceptional skills at VOTEC. Tonight, those students are When I call your name, please stand. Alyssa Boyd, we will congratulate her in her absence. Laura Constant, Clarissa Ibarra, James Prater, Kelsey Stevens, Bailey Weber, Bobby Blair, and Shelby Griggs. You may be seated. On behalf of the Randy McDonald Scholarship, I would like to congratulate Hannah Coleman and Jessica Mills. Congratulations. On behalf of the Divine Holiness Outreach Ministries, I'd like to congratulate Taylin Bell and Clarissa Ibarra. On behalf of the Lakin Palmer Memorial Scholarship, I'd like to congratulate Laura Constant.
I'd like to present the Healthy Heart Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship was started back in 1994, and I started it in memory of my mother, who died of heart disease. And this scholarship goes to a graduate who's entering a health-related occupation. And this year it goes to Bailey Weber. And even though she's not here to receive it, the Diane Sayer Memorial Scholarship is a leadership scholarship, and the recipient is selected by the family, and that scholarship went to Alyssa Boyd. This is mine.
On behalf of the First State Bank and Trust Scholarships, the Horace Dunnigan Jr. Memorial Scholarship, James Prater. The Van Osdale Family Scholarship, Laura Constant. The Accounting Award, Mackenzie Williams. George and Louise Brown Scholarship, Laura Constant, Will Constant, Clarissa Ibarra, James Prater, and Bailey Weber. Mackenzie Williams, please stand, and congratulations. You may be seated. On behalf of the Washington School Reunion, C.J. Lunderman, Malik Chalmers. Congratulations.
Yes, I didn't bring it up here with me, though. On behalf of the GV chapter of PEO, I'd like to present this scholarship to Kelsey Stevens. I'll just come back.
On behalf of the Bessie Hedge Memorial Scholarship, Bailey Weber.
This year, we'd like to give a Joe Parkinson Memorial Scholarship. This is made possible through donations given in memory of Mr. Joe Parkinson. And this year, it goes to James Prater.
The Frank Memorial Pemiscot County American Legion Post 88 Scholarship Award will go to Darnell Rogers. At this moment, I'd like to recognize two of our graduates who have went above and beyond during their high school career. James Prater and Bailey Weber have also graduated with their Associates of Arts degree through the new Core Scholarship Program at Arkansas Northeastern College. At this time, please stand and give a round of applause. And our last local scholarship that was given ahead of time was the First Christian Church of Caruthersville. The Selma Patterson, Herndon, and Danny Herndon Memorial Scholarship went to Abigail Mason. Please stand, Abigail. And the Rick Moyers Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations. Congratulations, graduates. And again, so proud of each of every one of you, regardless of where your journey takes you.
Mr. Bradshaw, if you would join me on stage.
Welcome. Since we didn't get to have a sports ceremony this year, I will recognize the seniors that would have received an award. You will be able to pick up your award tomorrow when you pick up your diploma. When I call your name, please stand. Football, Special Teams Player of the Year, Jermaine Alexander. Football, Coaches Award, Kieran Clowers. Football, MVP, Dundee Hamilton. Football, Tiger Pride, Darnell Rogers. Football, Eye of the Tiger, Jamarion Rogers. Football, Defensive Player of the Year, Micah Rogers. Boys Basketball, Tiger Award, Jermaine Alexander. Boys Basketball Defensive Player, Dundee Hamilton. Girls basketball MVP, Kiara Johnson. Girls basketball Coaches Award, Talon Bell. Cheerleading MVP, Kelsey Stevens. Tennis, Tiger of Pride, Anya Mize. Volleyball, offensive player, Kiara Johnson. Volleyball, MVP, Kiara Johnson. Would you please be seated? These three awards I'm fixing to give out, one is the Female and Male Athlete of the Year. The Female and Male Athlete of the Year award recognizes in the year's most outstanding female and male athlete. This award is given to recognize the athlete making the greatest contribution to Caruthersville's athletes in terms of overall excellence in performance, leadership, and sportsmanship. The award may only be given to 11th or a 12th grade student who has lettered in 2 sports. Female Athlete of the Year, Kiara Johnson. Male Athlete of the Year, Jermaine Alexander. The Scholar Athlete of the Year recognizes a senior athlete who has lettered in a minimum of 1 sport season. In addition to excellence, athletics has consistently maintained an outstanding academic record based on GPA. Scholar Athlete of the Year goes to Kelsey Stevens. Thank you. You'll be able to pick up your awards tomorrow.
At this time, I would like to recognize the top 10% of our graduating class. Would you please stand when I call your name? And hold your applause, please, until all students are standing. Laura Constant, James Prater, Kelsey Stevens, Clarissa Ibarra, Alyssa Boyd. Congratulations. Now we will recognize students earning college prep certification. Students receive the college preparatory certificate by earning a grade point average of at least 3.0 on a 4.0 scale in English, math, science, and social studies. Additionally, the students must achieve a score above the national average on their ACT exam or the SAT exam, and must have a cumulative attendance of 95% throughout all 4 years of high school. Students, when I call your name, please stand. Remain standing until all names are called. Laura Constant, Will Constant, Clarissa Ibarra, James Prater, Chance Sherrill, Kelsey Stevens, Bailey Weber, Mackenzie Williams. Congratulations. We're going to veer off script just a minute. I am not Sergeant Roth. Sergeant Roth was unable to be with us tonight. He was with us on May 18th when we held a graduation for Alyssa Boyd and for Haley Smith, they've already gone into military service. We have one more student, Jamarion Rogers, who is going to serve his country. He already has his Americana cord, and we want to recognize you tonight, Jamarion, and say thank you for the future service. Miss Bullington.
At this time, I'd like to recognize the honor graduates. Honor graduates are students who have maintained a 3.0 grade point average for the first seven semesters of their high school career. When I call your name, I would like for you to stand and face the bleachers, because that's where our camera is, and remain standing until I've called all names. Alyssa Robin Boyd, Chase Evans Lee Burnham, Zachary James Claggett, Hannah Faye Coleman, Laura Suzanne Constant, William Clay Constant, Haley Maxine Durbin, Shelby Lynn Griggs, Kirsten Brooke Hilburn, Clarissa Ibarra, Jessica Ibarra Torres, Marquita Tamara Leach, Abigail K. Mason, Anya Marie Mize, Sylvia Isabel Pescasio, Jamera Monet Peoples, James Randall Prater, Lydia Marie Reisner, Darnell Trayshawn Rogers, Jakesha Kadora Rogers, Rosalind Tavashiana Rump, Michaela Noel Zaxberry, Chance Monroe Sherrill, Haley Nicole Smith, Kelsey Danielle Stevens, Nadia Mashane Stone, Mache, Nadia Mache Stone, Bailey McKay Weber, Mackenzie Adonna Grace Williams. I present to you the Caruthersville High School Class of 2020 honor graduates. You may be seated. And before I sit down, I want to just add a few words to Dr. Hutchison's opening remarks. This has been such an unusual year. And before all this happened, I had an opportunity to meet with some of these seniors to talk about graduation, because the original plans, they just weren't exactly what these students really wanted. And so when all the pandemic and closing of school happened, we knew we had to do something to make graduation special. Because they told me in that meeting, ever since they've been in school, going all the way back to preschool, they started listing all the things that had happened to them. and all the disappointments that they'd had. And they talked about how they never won a homecoming competition, and they basically just felt like they were kind of jinxed or not loved. And so I want to make sure they know that we do love them. And I cannot tell you how proud I am of them tonight. I mean, I just look out here and I look at all of them, and I'm just super proud, because I know this is not the graduation ceremony you had thought you were going to have. But through it all, you have been very good. You've understood that we just had to make some changes. And so I want to tell you how much I appreciate you. I appreciate the parents and the community, but especially how proud I am of you. And I wish you the best as you go forth and begin your life as a young adult. And I can't wait to see what some of you do with your life. Thank you.
Our 2020 salutatorian is James Randall Prater. James is the son of Ronnie and Susan Prater, and he will be attending Mizzou in the fall and majoring in computer science. He completes his high school career with a 4.168 GPA and a 34 on his ACT. You've already heard that James has 2 years of college behind him already. What you don't know is James is very quiet. And it's the quiet ones that you need to watch out for. James is going to accomplish great things. You also don't know that James and I had lunch together way back in the fall in the library. He's got a killer sense of humor. He just doesn't talk much. That's going to change tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you James Prater, our salutatorian.
So, here we are. After all of the work and worry of these 4 years, here we are. After what feels like the whole world fighting against us to reach this point, here we are. We made it. We made it to our graduation. We've all come a long way. Each of us has had our own struggles, our own hurdles to make it over, our own difficulties along the path, and yet here we are. We've reached the finish line, and we're all seconds from crossing it together. Of course, this is only one finish line in the long, long marathon that is life. But even though this may be the beginning of a new chapter, it doesn't mean that we can't celebrate this chapter coming to a close. And what a chapter it has been. We've all come so far in this time, despite everything that's been thrown at us along the course. It's felt like in these 4 years we've had to fight just to reach this point. One thing after another, it's been difficult to make us here. So pat yourself on the back. You did it. You made it past every challenge that was thrown at you, every roadblock that stood in your way, every last obstacle that tried to stop you. You made it. You fought to be here, and you deserve to be proud of yourself for reaching this point. And if you can make it past every challenge to reach this point, you can make it past whatever life may throw at you in the future. And what will our futures hold for us? Well, that depends on who you ask. We all have our own path in life, and while we've had these last few years following the same path together, We've reached the crossroads. Some of us will head off to college to study and learn more about a particular field. Some of us will be making our way to trade schools to specialize in our talents and passions. Some of us will be entering the workforce, forging important connections and gaining direct experience to climb upwards. And some of us have already left for the military to gain training and experience there. Whatever path you may follow, tread it with confidence. Don't let the worries of life drag you back down. You have strength inside of you, and you can make it through whatever challenge life may throw at you as you walk your path. You've made it through so much so far and proven that you can fight through anything that may come your way. So fight for it. Fight for your future, and don't let anything stop you. It may sound cliche, but you can honestly make it through any challenge life presents to you. Look at me, I'm giving a speech in front of all of you. But in all seriousness, you can truly make it past whatever life throws your way. So follow your path and do it with confidence in every step. You may falter at times, or trip and fall. You may lose your way and not know where to go. But don't let it stop you as you walk on towards your future. No matter how often you may fall, you can always stand up again. So walk on, walk forward to your future. And all of us will take that first step towards our futures together, right here.
Our 2020 valedictorian is Laura Suzanne Constant. Laura is daughter of Trey and Dana Constant. Laura will leave Caruthersville High School with a 4.287 GPA and a 29 on her ACT. In the fall, Laura will be a biology science major at Arkansas State. In her junior year, Laura was a girls' state representative, where she was elected senator. About 3 months ago, Laura and I had a discussion. We all know Laura's feisty, red-haired nature, and we love it. Laura had been told she was aggressive, to which I said, there is a big difference in aggressive and assertive. So graduates, take with you, assertiveness is a talent. Use it wisely. I present to you Miss Laura Constant.
James is a tough act to follow, but I'll do my best. Hi, everybody. I'm Laura. I Googled and read many tips and tricks about writing a great graduation speech. Lots of websites told me to throw in some jokes, don't be too corny, and avoid the Merriam-Webster dictionary defines high school as moments. So I'm really not sure where the speech is going, even as I'm saying it. Oh well, here it goes. Obviously, we didn't really get the ending to our senior year that we wanted. There were so many could-haves and would-haves. We could have gone on a senior trip. We should have been able to know that it was our last day of high school when we walked out of those doors in March. We gave up so many things. We didn't get to make the memories that seniors make during their last weeks of high school. But in the words of Dana Constant, that's my mom, let's keep it moving. Let's try and remember the best times instead of dwelling on the worst and what we missed. Let's remember that the class of 2020 finally won Spirit Stick. Let's remember that we lost every homecoming and what fun we had doing so. Some of my favorite memories are dancing in groups at prom and homecoming with our shoes off. I loved when we made jokes at the lunch tables. We couldn't wait to race to Subway with our best friends during our 30 minutes of open campus. When reading about valedictorian speeches, the internet also advised me to keep it short, so don't worry, I'm almost finished. The moral of this story is that we will be so much happier if we look at the bright side of things. We could be sad about the abrupt end to our senior year. We could dwell on the opportunities and memories we missed. Or we could choose to be happy about what we did have, which was 3 3/4 of a year of growing up together and figuring out who we are together. We can learn from this experience and take our new strengths into the real world. Isn't that what high school is about? If this were a movie, this would be great character development. An unexpected ending to a plot twist will not be the end of our lives. This class of 2020 is only the beginning.
Okay, this is what you've been waiting on. Mr. Bethune? At this time, I would like to present the Caruthersville High School class of 2020. First row, please stand. Mr. Bethune, as principal of Caruthersville High School, I certify the following students have met all the local and state requirements for graduation, and I am pleased to present the Caruthersville High School class of 2020. You may come to the stage. Jermaine Terrell Alexander, Jr. Congratulations. Stop right there. Taylon Takaya Bell. Bobby Lee Blair, Jr. Alyssa Robin Boyd. Chase Evans Lee Burnham. Congratulations. Desmond Kishan Burrell. Congratulations. Nabria Shanquell Carter. Malik Deshaun Chalmers. Kenneth Dion Church. Stop. Zachary James Claggett. Congratulations. Kieran Xavier Clowers.
Congratulations, Kieran.
Hannah Faye Coleman. Laura Suzanne Constant. William Clay Constant. Congratulations. Haley Maxine Durbin.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, baby. Bobby Gennaro Foreman, Jr. Move your tassels. Corbin Amand Cagle Foreman. Good job. Shelby Lynn Griggs. Dundee Darrell Hamilton, Jr. Caitlin Grace Hilburn. Kirsten Brooke Hilburn. Pierre Cortez Hoskins, Jr. Clarissa Ibarra. Jessica Ibarra Torres. Kiara Catrice Johnson. Dedrick Devon Jones. Marquita Tamara Leach. Nakia Lachey Leach. Ulysses Manuel III. Abigail K. Mason. Ariana Simone McCann. Jessica Lynn Mills. Move your tassels, sit down, next row. Anya Marie Mize. Jaquan Malik Nichols. Sylvia Isabel Pascasio. Jamera Monet Peoples. Romeo Tavion Pittman. James Randall Prater. Lydia Marie Reisner. Darnell Trayshawn Rogers. Jamarian Latrell Rogers. Jakisha Kadora Rogers. Micah Sharon Rogers. He did. He waved at you. Rosalind Tavasiana Rump. Michaela Noel Saxberry. Chance Monroe Cheryl. Haley Nicole Smith. Jada J.C. Smith. Matajiana Rashawn Smith. Kelsey Danielle Stevens. Nadia Mache Stone. Bailey McKay Weber. Tamaja West. Kenya Renee Williams. Mackenzie Adonna Grace Williams. Let's all give our graduates one more round of applause. I just have a couple more things I want to say to you tonight. The first one is, I'm going to miss you terribly. You have been so great, so wonderful. And Snoop, I'll never forget how you got the whole gym to sing the national anthem. That's power. That's a lot of power. I also want to tell you, I truly know the meaning of once a tiger, always a tiger. I love you. I'll miss you. I hope that God keeps his hand on each and every one of you, covers you and protects you from here on out. Come back to see us. You know where we are. Students, this is the last time I get to say that. Graduates, stand. And at this time, you are now graduates of Caruthersville High School. Throw those hats.
Mine didn't go on the way. It shot out good, but I didn't give it a good twist.
I couldn't even get mine to shoot. Literally, get mine. I got it done.
You got to just chunk it at somebody.